Arey, aapki zip khuli, and she started laughing. And that. Oh, sorry, no. One subject I failed in. Sanskrit it was. In my 6th grade, I failed. It was very bad. I got what? Out of 100, I got 7. She's a massive prankster. Like she's always having fun on set. She's always like talking about the most random things. We're eating makhanas and whatnot.
Koimoi.com.
Okay, so Rohit, we are going to play a nice quick game with you. So this is called Firsties. So in this, I am going to ask you everything about your firsts. Okay?
Okay. I'm getting scared.
So you have to answer. Sab yaad karo, nostalgia, वापस चले जाओ, and then you have to.
Okay, done. Let's go.
Okay, I'm going to start with this. Since I have watched Mismatched yesterday and I have that coffee wala scene fresh in my mind, so I'm going to ask first embarrassing situation that you've ever faced with a girl.
I think. I was.
Okay.
I was in my 3rd grade and I went to the washroom and I came back with my fly open and the girl just looked at me. She said, "Arey, aapki zip khuli," and she started laughing. And
that is cute, actually.
Yeah, that was very embarrassing. I didn't come to school for the next 2 days, just by the way.
Oh shit! Oh.
I was really embarrassed.
So then, did you ever happen to talk to that girl again? Like, how was it?
We became friends. Yeah. Then we became friends.
Chalo, chill.
We never spoke about that day again.
So your first kiss.
What about it?
When was it? When was your first kiss?
When I was 16.
So when you were 16, okay. So do you want to share anything around that? How? Okay, so your first expensive buy.
I bought a wallet for myself.
Okay, and
it was for 18,000. I bought it for the first time with my own money when I was 18.
Oh wow!
So
cool.
That was my first expensive buy for myself.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you your first meeting with Priyanka.
With PC?
Yeah, with PC.
Oh my god, I can't forget that day ever. It was the look test day and we were in Mehboob studio.
Okay.
Mehboob is the one in Bandra, no?
Bandra, yes.
Yeah. Sorry, can't believe I forgot that. It was in Mehboob studio and I went there for a look test and I didn't know that I was meeting PC, Farhan and everyone that day. I was just told that it's your look test and that they want to see you as Ishan, so they want to try out different hair and costume and makeup and whatnot. Okay. I was like, cool. So I went and I did a couple of rounds of like photographs in different hair and makeup and costume and whatnot. And after that they said, okay, you sit in the van for a bit, like we'll see what to do now. We'll get back to you. So I went and sat in the van and then I was chilling for like 2.5 hours. I was kind of in the van and then suddenly like one of the ADs came and said, listen, come on, we have to go on set quickly, we have to take some more photos. I was like, okay, cool. I walked in and I saw Zaira, Farhan and PC there and I was like, 1 second, what just happened? I wasn't ready for this. But then it was great because I remember the first questions she ever asked me was, what are the kind of films you want to do? While we were so actually it was really funny because I was the first time I ever interacted with her was on camera. So basically they were rolling the camera and there was a couch and she was sitting there and I went and they said, okay, sit and now y'all are she's your mom and you're the son, so just talk. I was like, what? That's not how I wanted to meet her for the first time, but anyway, that happened and it was really, really fun because I was actually very, very I didn't want to sound stupid or I didn't want to do anything silly, so I was like, I wasn't talking too much and I was just awkward, but of course, like we eased into being good friends after that.
Yeah, I'm sure, and we can see the nice chemistry in the movie as well. And yeah. Okay, so now
she's a massive prankster. Like she's always having fun on set. She's always like talking about the most random things. We're eating makhanas and whatnot. So it's great fun. Yeah.
So after this, I'm really curious to know your first meeting with Alia. How was that like?
Oh, it was good. Yeah, we actually met for the first time for a reading at Dharma's office. And we met for a reading. We did our lines and then we left. Like, we didn't really talk much. It was nice because it was like
Formal, matlab.
no, it wasn't formal actually. It was pretty chill. Like, she came, removed her shoes, she sat down like that. We were all sitting like that, and we had lemon tea and we had our scripts and we did like a little bit of a reading and then we left. So it was chill. It was good.
Your first audition?
It was for an ad for Kit Kat. Was it? No, not Kit Kat. Perk. It was for Perk.
Okay.
And funnily, my now best friend Rohan Shah did that ad back then. The one that I auditioned for. I was back in Delhi. That was my first ever audition. I was terrible at it. I was very, very bad in that audition, and I know it. And yeah, it's just a small world that the boy who ended up doing that ad is now my best friend. So
cool, so cool. Your first foreign visit?
My first foreign visit?
Yes.
It was Hong Kong sometime in 2017, I think. 2017. Yeah, that was the first time I visited Hong Kong. And
So
after that I've like traveled a lot. But
So that's a leisure trip or a work trip?
no, I went to chill.
Chal,
I went to
super.
chill. Also, I'll tell you why I was allowed to go on that trip was because, and this is when I was 20, by the way. So like, I wasn't allowed to do all these trips, by the way, to like go and have fun. Unfortunately, my work didn't take me anywhere. But the reason why I was allowed to go was because my sister and her husband were already there, and they were there on a work trip. And then I was just like, Mom, please let me go because they're there and I'll be taken care of. Please let me go. And that's when I went for the first time. And after that, I never had to take permission because then I was good and she was confident that he'll be able to do it. So yeah.
So the first movie you watched in theaters?
Yeah, how do I remember that now? I don't know.
The last movie. Okay, chalo. Abhi first hata ke last kar dete. The last you watched in theaters.
I'll tell you. Kajol and Ajay Devgan film that just released.
Tanaji.
Tanaji is the last film that I watched in theaters.
Acha, okay. I mean, because COVID ki wajah se to I think no one's just stuck.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first failure in exams.
I never.
Wow.
Yeah, I was a very good student.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, no, one subject I failed in. Sanskrit it was. In my 6th
Okay.
grade, I failed. It was very bad. I got out of 100, I got 7.
So this is going to be my last in this section. So the first autograph or selfie which you ever gave?
I think must have been sometime in 2013.
Okay.
Yeah, 2013. I remember because I was doing a youth show called Best Friends Forever.
Best friends forever.
Yeah. So at that time, like, my character was well received in amongst the youth. So at that time, I remember I was at one of the malls. And like this little girl came running with her mother saying, "Sir, can I just get an autograph?" I said, "Oh, of course." I was more happy than she was because that was the first time I experienced something like that. So that was pretty cool.
So good.
koimoi.com